this one mine?
Yeah, that one's yours. Hi guys, today we are going to celebrate being on YouTube for exactly 1 year. So we're currently recording on Facebook Live as well as recording the Sunday vlog. So there might be some weird interruptions happening if you're watching live right now. And if you're watching the vlog, it's probably going to be strange because our eye contact is going to be going from here to here. So I do apologise.
Yeah.
And we've just been informed that our live sign, which we haven't lit yet,
is the wrong way around
on Facebook Live because we're using the front-facing camera. But for those of you watching this on Sunday, it's correct.
What have you done with this?
Sorry.
We didn't have time to make a proper live sign, so this is what we're doing.
We are now on air.
So what we're doing is just celebrating our first birthday on YouTube. We've been on YouTube 1 year, which is crazy enough. So we thought we'd do a live plus a giveaway. So we've got everyone who likes the Facebook page in a hat. So they're either going to win the orange lens cap or a t-shirt with audio gains on.
So we've generated some frequently asked questions that people have commented and people ask us in person as well. So we're going to answer some common questions. Yeah, and if you're watching this on the Sunday vlog, post some comments and we might do another Q&A.
Joe's asked on our Facebook Live what is my favourite type of donut, and it has to just be a plain jam donut, to be honest. What's yours?
Jam. Sugary jam.
Yeah, like sugary jam, loads of jam in the middle,
yeah.
And just...
My favourite type of donut is caramel, a toffee custard one.
One from Greg's.
From Greg's,
yeah. They're pretty sweet.
So donut, not a ring donut, but like a deep-filled one with custard in, and then like a caramel toffee top.
It has to be cold, the custard though, I think.
But yeah, you wouldn't heat up a donut.
Liam's asked, what we said, nice hats, thanks very much, I made them. Liam has asked, who is your favourite actor to work with?
I would probably say...
I mean, we haven't worked with many, so...
Well, you've had a cameo in something, so probably you. Of course, it's Liam, man. Liam's... We can't say that, though, because if anyone else is watching...
Yeah. I mean, we've only worked with talented actors. That's my answer.
We were saying this the other day. As directors, our job has been incredibly easy because everyone we've worked with just does their job very, very well.
Adam Opie has asked, if you were an old married couple, who is the man and who is the woman of the relationship and why? I'm going to say I'm definitely the man.
All right.
And you're the woman.
That's fine, because gender is fluid.
Great
it's
answer.
2017.
Thank you very much, Robbie.
I don't mind.
So one of the questions that we actually got asked that's not related to like donuts or random stuff like that is why did we start this YouTube channel?
The real reason we started this YouTube channel was because we were sitting in an office. It was quite cold. It was November.
Yeah.
And we had no work.
Yeah.
And
didn't have any client work. We were just, what should we do? What should we make? And we've both kind of always wanted to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we both wanted independently to make content on YouTube, properly, like an actual channel, like YouTubers, as they say. And we were both sitting there and we realised that our content that we wanted to make was very similar anyway. So we thought, well, let's put two together and we'll both bring something out.
Yep. So we started developing the channel 6 months probably about before we launched.
I'll just go get something.
Where are you going?
Rob already started a video before we started the channel, and it was how to make orange lens caps. He was in the middle of it. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
I made this just for randomness to make a video about spray painting my lens caps, and this was one of the first videos that got picked up, but it wasn't one of the first videos we put out. We must have put out about 30 videos before that.
Yeah.
Just because we kind of knew this one might have some shareability because it's a bit silly. So we had that, and that kind of formulated the Tuesday episodes and the format and everything like that, which was good. It was. And just developing the channel and thinking about how to do that. Emily has asked a question. If you had the opportunity to work with anyone in the film industry, alive or dead, who would it be? I mean, the obvious answer is like Spielberg, just because Spielberg.
Oh, I was thinking more actors.
Oh, actors. I do like Matthew McConaughey. He's pretty cool. Or like
I watched The Nice Guys the other day, and I really want to work with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling will be good.
What's the guy called? He's a British actor. He's Asian.
Oh yes. I don't know who you
Don't
mean.
remember what he's called.
Joe
but
said,
I would like to work with him.
Joe said Fassbender, but there's only one reason you would want to work with Fassbender, Joe. And we all know what that is. I would say, actor-wise, Matthew McConaughey, but like filmmakers-wise, you would love to have a score by like John Williams.
Yeah, I would like to sit down and talk to Charlie Brooker.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Have
a writing session with him. That would be fun.
That would be class. In the future, would you think of doing a collaboration with other UK YouTubers / videographers / filmmakers in the creation of your films, and other video content? The answer to that is simply yes.
Of course, yeah, we'd love to do that.
So
at the moment, with being such a small channel, trying to just get things going and get a community going, we haven't really delved into it as much as we'd like to, but it's on the horizon and we really do want to do it.
Yeah, so we want to work with just different people, so we shoot and edit, so we want to work with people who write scripts, who do visual effects, maybe whatever it is, just collaborate with others, just because what we do is quite fun and it's very much a collaborative effort.
Yeah. I can read it. What are your end goals? What would you like to be doing for the rest of your life? I'd like to be sitting on a beach.
Nah, that'd be boring.
Drinking a coconut drink, listening to a steel drum band. That's what I would like to do. My end goal, right, so is if I can ever get to the point where some 10-year-old kid watches my film, puts his poster on the wall. Oh, your chicken tenders are done. puts my poster on his wall and says to his mum and dad, "Mum, Dad, I just watched that film by Richard Scott. I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be like him."
Yeah,
that's like time to retire. I don't need to do anymore. That's like the major end goal.
End goal is I've got a feature film that I would like to make, and I always says if I get to that one feature and never make anything after that, I would be happy as long as I made it the right way. So I'm pretty much working to that. It's quite a personal story, and it's one of the first ideas I ever had, so that's kind of mine. Just to make shorts, get better at what I do. The reason I don't want to do it yet is because, first of all, the feature costs a lot of money. I don't have enough knowledge and experience yet, and I want to do it justice.
Paul's just tuned in, and he's got a question for us. Who are both of your favourite film directors, or just favourite directors?
Probably my favourite director, to be honest, is David Fincher. Every film I've seen of his is always great, to be honest. It's his world films that just outside of our own world, which I really like. So things, like Fight Club, and obviously that's an obvious one, but Gone Girl, I absolutely love Gone Girl.
I'm a bit of a Christopher Nolan fanboy.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I remember the first time in the cinema that I felt heart palpitations was the first scene in The Dark Knight. That was the first time I'd seen it at IMAX as well, and it was just like, whoa.
Sam has asked, who is both of your biggest inspirations, and how have they affected your filmmaking career?
Alright, so the two biggest aren't, big Hollywood film people. Like, if I ever held an Oscar in one hand and I had to say, two names that made me get there, it would be, first of all, my drama teacher in year 10, Mr. Heslop, Marcus Heslop. If you're watching, he's probably not.
No,
but
he's not. I've just checked.
He would be the first name, other than obviously my parents who bought me a video camera. Just because he was like the only person who said, "Yeah, Richard, keep making these stupid detective films in your bedroom."
Yeah, and they are pretty stupid, some of them.
Yeah, and second of all would be, there's a VFX artist called Ryan Weber who used to make these absolutely amazing Star Wars fan film VFX lightsaber films, and that's how I got started with visual effects. So if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be making films now.
With mine, I suppose, getting into it, I didn't start making stuff until I was about 21. I think I was a bit late to the filmmaking world, but I think I always just enjoyed stories and people telling them and being into a different world. I love Star Wars as a kid, like everyone else did. So just looking at these filmmakers doing it and then realizing that it's actually an option and you can actually do it for a living or for fun, whatever it is. You can go out and make films. So I'm glad someone kind of pushed us that little bit further forward just to apply to do filmmaking, and then I think from there, it was just like seeing who's out there, who's doing it at a similar age. So things like Film Riot and things like that, which actually goes on to the next question, which Christian has asked, is who is your favourite YouTubers? Filmmaking wise, there's places like Film Riot, which, you know, I watched religiously when I first started making films. There's, you know, Phil Bloom, who's an English, you know, filmmaker. His work I've followed pretty much religiously. And then you've got obviously Casey Neistat, the way he makes stuff. And then there's all like places like Every Frame of Painting, which talks about, you know, breaking down videos. The Nerd Writer, who does the same, who breaks down, you know, different subjects and about history, about film, about music, about art, whatever it is. You've been on YouTube since pretty much the beginning, so you're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer it slightly different. My favorite YouTubers are not just like filmmaking YouTuber people. So Linus Tech Tips is probably my favorite channel. They bring out like one video a day, and it's all about like electronic kit, and they've got these personalities, and we've sort of shaped the way we want to present ourselves, or at least I have, on Linus Tech Tips. Second of all is one called Primitive Technology.
You've got one more after this.
And it's an amazing channel, and the guy doesn't speak a single word, and he just makes things, houses, tiles, makes furnaces in the wild, and it's just like the most therapeutic series there is.
You got one more? Because I know you've got a lot.
Corridor Digital, definitely.
Yeah, Digital.
I've been watching them since probably right at the start when they brought out Frozen Crossing.
Yeah.
And I watch their stuff religiously. Yeah.
Right, so the next question comes from someone called Jason. He says,
"That's my friend Jason?"
Yeah, will you ever make a short comedy film about one of your childhood incidents? For example, one of my best friends had an accident involving soiling himself miles away from home. I think that one's... you can answer that one. Would you ever make a film like that, Richard?
Yes.
Okay. Rob has got another question. If you had a choice between a 12mm lens and a 200mm lens to shoot a shot, which one and why would you choose it?
I would go with a 12mm.
Yeah, I think I would go for the 12 as well.
But is it a 12mm because it's just easier to get everything in?
Well, I suppose everything's just going to be extremely wide, so you could do POV film with that, maybe.
That's a funky question.
I mean, with the 200mm one, it would be all like...
It would all just be totally flat.
It'd be
could be cool. Actually, I would do a 200. Yeah, I would definitely do 200 because I could shoot it like really far away, get it right as flat as possible, and then do like an old Charlie Chaplin like static camera sort of theatre thing, bit of a Wes Anderson sort of thing. I would do that.
What I would do is I could be so far away from the actual actors, and it'll just be like let them be real, and you're so far back, there's no crew around them, and they can just bounce off each other. So it's just. Or like sniper shots on people, so you're just like getting all close-ups of things.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good question.
So you would
actually
do like a fly on the wall.
I think so. Yeah.
Like you've entered their world.
I think what we should do is
I think a 12mm would be cheating.
Yeah.
A 12mm would be easier to make something.
Let's try that then. So we have one lens to shoot film, but it's obviously at the other end of like it's not a 50mm because you could shoot pretty much everything on a 50mm.
I'm just gonna quickly check that this mic's working.
You'll get some funky shapes with the 12mm. You could...
because it would all be like skewed and stuff.
Yeah, we'd all be skewed. That would be wicked, actually. Ira's asked a question. Hello, Ira. 2 questions. Which is your favourite film franchise? And what is your opinion about the Matrix reboot? 2 really good questions. Filmmaking franchise.
Back to the Future. Lord of the Rings. There's too many. No, Indiana Jones. Can it just be the first 3? Like a trilogy? I don't know. That's a really hard question.
That's a hard question, Ira. I'm going to go with the one that I've seen the most, and that's probably Back to the Future. But I would say no.
But then there's Star Wars as well.
No, because I don't get as into how many Star Wars films
because
I
you
like.
dislike the majority of Star Wars.
Yeah, I dislike the majority of Star Wars films. That's another Facebook Live. That'll go on for hours. I'm going to say Lord of the Rings because they're all amazing. Every single frame of that is amazing. What is your opinion on the reboot of The Matrix?
I think, the whole thing about a reboot is people complain like, oh, you're ruining it. But they already ruined it with the second and third one. And I think we're finally at this stage where filmmakers are getting a little bit more creative about it. Now's probably the best time, if there ever was a time, to make another Matrix film. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I think because what the world of The Matrix is, they can, because in the film they say it's actually been rebooted the Matrix world itself quite a few times.
Yeah.
So this is just another reboot. So it could be actually before, could be after.
Yeah.
But
I've heard
it's
that
just they can't go back and just go, oh, we're going to look for Neo again and have all of that. So if it's that, it's going to fail.
Yeah, as a universe, like, they could just tell another story. I've heard that there's a possibility that they're going to be doing like a Morpheus prequel, and I don't think that would work very well at all.
No, I don't.
Actually, to be honest, just get Keanu Reeves back.
Yeah, because he could play it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking about reboots, if you could reboot any film, what would you choose?
Right, this is a difficult question, because do you reboot it because there wasn't a good version of it, or do you reboot it because you? I don't know. Is that us?
And make the reboot yourself. So if we could
right, well, there's the Dark Tower series, or the Dark Tower film that's coming out soon.
It's not, you're not rebooting.
And it hasn't started yet, but I would like to reboot that because I want to be able to make it.
Right, okay. No, you can't say that.
You know what? I would like to reboot The Walking Dead. I would like to make a TV series of the 28 Days Later universe. Does that count? It's not exactly a reboot. I totally dodged the question there.
Yeah, I'm not even going to answer. So, Joe's asked a question. Just like Alice in Sunderland, what Sunderland spin would you like to put on a classic idea? I would like to remake Rear Window, but in Sunderland, because all it would be is seagulls.
I like all these questions. We're getting loads of questions.
Yeah, we actually have questions that no one asked.
We were a little bit worried that no one was going to ask anything.
Yeah. If you had an unlimited budget and any crew you desire, obviously you will be in there, Ed. What would you make and why? And why would you like? And who would you like to star in it? If I had to make an unlimited budget film, obviously there's many Star Wars films coming out, and I'd love to make a Star Wars film because I just think when I watch Rogue One, imagine making that. Who would I like to star in it? I think I said Matthew McConaughey in a Star Wars film. Why not? What would you say?
And I would just want to make the feature film I've been writing for a couple of years. Like, it probably doesn't need a massive budget, but I would just like to. If anyone's going to give us loads of money, I would just want to make a film that I've always wanted to make.
And Star Wars.
Ooh, how would you pronounce that? That is a very exotic name. Let's just say Mr. Necula has asked the question.
Mr. Necula, what's your favourite old film? Let's say from before the 60s. Oh, wow.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if this is actually before the 60s, but I really like Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn in. I quite like that. It's a good fun romp.
When did Steven Spielberg's The Duel come out? I think that might have been the 70s. Alright, so Mr. Thomas Byrne on Facebook actually asked this question before the live, and he says, how did you get the space for your studio? Can you talk a bit about the money side of your careers? So we'll answer the second one first. So can you talk about the money side of your careers? So currently, YouTube is not making any money. Everything we're basically spending money to get the channel. The Indie Film Sound Guide has a sponsor, and we're going to be putting all those funds straight back into making the channel as good as possible.
Yeah, making the next film.
We make money because we run a video production company, and we spend the money on shawarma and
camera equipment.
Yeah.
So obviously I had that company for about 3-4 years now. Then Richard come on about 2 years ago. Now we work together, and the space that we're in, I had this space for about I've had it for about 3 years now. I've moved 3 different times in this one building, but it's, we've done what we want with it. It's a working studio. We shoot here, we edit here, we do, we pretty much live here. And it's nice to have the space, and it's cheap rent. And I would advise anyone, if you're sitting in your bedroom but you can just afford to just get out of the bedroom and get a little space, because you feel like you're getting up and going to work.
Yeah, what you spend on a small space,
it'll raise your productivity by
definitely
so much.
Yeah. Wow.
Here's a good one, and I can't remember my answer from the other day, but what is the best film adapted from a video game? It's probably the Ratchet and Clank movie from the game, because every other video game film, it's just it's not so good, is it?
It's not great, no. They're just not good films. Maybe like Tomb Raider, but the last time I watched that was when I was a kid, and I was probably just ogling over Angelina Jolie the whole time. I
think the reason video game films don't work is because in a video game, the world's just so immersive and it's massive. To put that in a 2-hour film, you're going to miss so much stuff out that you love about the game. So really, every video game film you watch, you should just go into it thinking, this is just a film.
Well, the mechanics of the video game are fun because you're playing it.
Yeah.
But watching someone do it instead, Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What advice would you give to someone who was about to upload their first video and start their YouTube channel? So we were at this point almost exactly 12 months ago. He or she's like, oh yeah, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to ask someone who's been on just for 1 year.
I would say don't rush in getting your first video out. Spend time developing, the idea, the format, how it looks, getting it right, and get ahead of yourself. So get 5 videos, 10 videos ahead of yourself, so you can really make those into what you want. You've got a nice format going, so you're not trying to figure that as you're going.
Yeah.
That's what we did, and I think that really helped. I believe the quality was there from the beginning instead of trying to figure that out. Just wait until you're ready to put that first video out. Like you might have been editing a few for a couple of months. Then
quality and consistency.
Adam Obi has asked, if you had to choose one role on a set, from directing or DOP, what would you choose to do? I like the idea of being the director of photography, but to really tell the stories I want to tell,
maybe a
the
writer?
director.
No, apart from directing or DOP.
Oh, apart from directing.
If you had to choose something that wasn't directing or DOP.
Oh, I'd be writer.
Yeah, I would be a writer.
So,
Favourite superhero or anti-hero film? Dredd.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. Definitely Dredd.
Or like Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1 was pretty good.
Iron Man 1 was really good. Favourite feature-length documentaries? There's a good one called Food Inc. It might still be on Netflix. It's about the American food industry. That's really good.
I like is it called Video Game the Movie?
Oh yeah,
so that's about the guy who made Super Meat Boy and Fez.
Yeah.
And that's a good insight into like the stress of making video games and betrayal. It's really good.
Yeah. James has asked, what would be your next potential camera upgrade, and what will be your dream camera? I mean, I want to upgrade to the A7S Mark II just for the inbuilt stabilization. Not so fussed about the 4K.
Next camera upgrade.
And the dream camera is probably like a Red, but that's going to be a while off.
Before I bought the A7S, I was looking at the C100.
Mark II looks pretty good. So.
But I don't know. I've sort of like lessened the amount of like looking at cameras the whole time. I would like to buy a GH5.
Yeah,
just because it's so small and packs a hell of a punch.
So, what's your opinion about running a YouTube channel with videos just recorded on your phone? I think if the content is good, it doesn't matter as much about the camera you're using, but the camera you're using is still very important if you want to tell certain stories. Yeah,
it depends on the content you're making, but I follow a couple of YouTube channels that shoot on the phone, or I think most of them have probably upgraded to a point and shoot camera, like a digital camera sort of thing. They're mostly personality based, and that's great. As long as the tools of the device don't interfere with what you're doing or don't distract you. I wouldn't make a film or a video on my phone because the audio is terrible, and if it was going to hiss the whole time, I would probably not subscribe to them, just because I would be so annoyed with the camera quality, which is a shame because they might have really good content.
Alan, do you know how to best grade low bit materials, so low bit camera footage? I think look at our short film Corpse, because that was shot on a 550D, 600D, T2i, whatever it is, and the bit rate on that is probably lower than actually no, it might be the same with that, and I think we really pulled out a good image. You denoised some of it, you definitely colour graded.
Denoise, a little bit of sharpening,
unsharpened mask,
crush the blacks, but don't go too far with it. More important than grading is just make sure that you've exposed it correctly.
Yeah. What have you learned from running a YouTube channel for the past year?
That it's full-time effort, first of all. That it's definitely something I want to do full-time if I ever get the opportunity. It's not just about videos, it's a lot about the brand and making sure that you're making something that looks good before you even click play on the video. What
I've learned in the past year about running the film look is I'm now on the path to making films. Before I was I didn't know which way I was going with. Am I just going to be doing corporate video forever? I'm in the odd little film, but I've made so much content in the last year that I know this is the right direction. I'm on the path now to whatever that may be, but I know I'm going somewhere.
Before then, it felt like treading water.
Yeah, so you make the odd little short film now and then, but
the YouTube channel sort of gives you the focus to make something, and in a way, it does force you to to make stuff.
Yeah.
You need deadlines, because otherwise you will be treading water the whole time. You'll not finish with anything. You'll not be satisfied. Putting something out that isn't as perfect as you might think is still progress.
Yes.
And getting to deal with that, don't worry about it. That was 20 videos ago.
Yeah.
But the next thing is always more important.
What do you want out from the next year? We're going to be doing the film look for as long as we can, I suppose. And I suppose for me, what I want from the next year is I want to make 2-3 films, short films, all different sizes that we've got ideas for, we've got scripts for. Then it's kind of just building up our team, working with others. We've got a good, strong team now of people who help us. Good shout out to like Ed, to Obi, to Christian, and everyone else who's helped building on that team. And yeah, just make more short films. I think that's what we need from the channel. We need to be making more short films, more scenes, so we can learn. So
what I want from year 2 is just bigger, better, more stuff, and different stuff as well. Like, I was really happy when we came up with the concept of story in a can, because it's something that's a little bit different, and it doesn't really fit into a Tuesday episode. It's certainly not a vlog. It's its own entity. So I guess more shows within the channel, different content within the channel. But yeah, definitely more films, more breakdowns, and working with more people.
That's all the questions, I think. But what we'll do is any ones we didn't answer, we'll go through and comment them.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do now is a giveaway.
Yeah.
So we've got a few things to give away. We've got 3 Audio Gains t-shirts, and we've got 3 custom lens caps of your choosing. So what we've done is we've picked everyone who's liked the Facebook page.
Yeah, we've put them into a random name generator. We're going to pick a name, and then we're going to pick a prize. So it's going to be a random prize for each person. The first winner.
Do you want to pick the name first?
Pick the name first,
right,
and then we'll find out what they're...
We have got everyone's names into a random name generator, so let's click the button. And
apologies if we can't pronounce your name correctly.
Yeah, and if you do win, let us know. Contact us, and we'll tag you on it. Right,
let's try and pronounce this. This is a Javier Matoses, or it might be Javier Matoses. Apologies if we've completely butchered that name.
Yeah.
But you've won
a custom lens cap.
A custom lens cap.
If you're that person, let us know, and we will get a lens cap to you.
Yeah.
So the next person who's going to win something
is a Mr. David Ingogli.
Ingogli?
Yeah. That's about right.
So David Ingogli, you have won a t-shirt.
Audio Gains t-shirt.
And if you don't know anything about this and what's going on, we can talk to you via Facebook and explain.
Yeah, we'll message you and tell you that you've won. We've got a Nick Kelly, and Nick Kelly has won an Audio Gains t-shirt.
So again, if you're not watching this now, we'll tag you in it and let us know where you're at. So how many we've got left? 3?
We've got 3 left.
All right.
We have an Andrew Penny. Now, Andrew Penny, you have won an Audio Gains t-shirt.
Yes, so again, let us know.
We need to find your size, and we'll send one out. Right, I'll let you try and pronounce this one.
No, I'll let you.
Okay, we've got a Femi Omoluabi.
That's very good.
Omolabi.
Omolabi.
Femi or Femi Omolabi. That is an exotic name. Yeah. And Femi, you have won a customized lens cap.
Yeah.
And then we've got the last one here. It is a lens cap, and it is going to Eleni Galiti.
So you've won a lens cap. So that's everyone who's won. Sorry if you didn't, but we will be doing more giveaways in the future. I hope so. Anyway, we've got some. What is your brand of clapperboard we use? It's just a generic one.
Yeah, just from Amazon.com.
2 seconds. Have you ever sent your short films to festivals yet? The first short film I made, well, one of the first short films I made was Road. It's on our channel. You can check it out. Nice little plug. I sent it to the localest short film there is to me, which is Sunderland Shorts. It's where we are right now, and I entered Road, and it was a bit of a weird experience, to be honest, having lots of people watching your film, and because normally it's just online and they can watch it whenever they want. That went on to win best audience, was it? Sorry, I'm currently
audience regional favourite.
So that was kind of voted from the people there. Festivals, we haven't sent too many. We haven't sent any of our films really into festivals.
I sent Corpse to some festivals, but I could only afford the really cheap ones, and it didn't win anything.
But I think we're just going to put them on YouTube, to be honest. My niece says, "Hi Rob, please say hello to me," and she loves our hat. So hello, Olivia.
Hello.
Thanks for watching.
Mr. Dean Humble has asked, who is a bigger copycat, Eli Roth or Tarantino? I don't know enough about films to be able to answer that question.
Yeah, I'm going to say it doesn't matter. Like,
you don't know either, right?
Yeah, next one. We can do this.
We make films, but I personally, I wouldn't say I'm a massive film buff.
Yeah.
I'm not the expert on movies. I'm not an expert on filmmaking.
No, not really.
One shot at a time. How far ahead are you with videos? What's your schedule? When we began the channel, we were 10 weeks ahead. So 10 videos already on the channel. Schedule will go out once a week. And we sort of ended up getting closer and closer. And one time we needed an episode out on Tuesday and it was Monday. And we were like, oh, we need to get one done tomorrow. So we did. And it was actually quite good.
Mr. Adam Opie has said, "Who is your favourite Steadicam operator?" Well, I don't know that many Steadicam operators, to be honest, so it's probably you, Adam. And the shot in the sound guide, that's the beginning for the advert type thing, is amazing. So thank you very much for that. It is you.
And all the other footage that went with it.
Yes. Oh, our live thing went off. Oh, the battery ran out.
So this is our cake. This is a white chocolate and raspberry jam, Asda finest.
Something like that, yeah.
We splash out when we do.
Yeah. And instead of having just one candle, we've decided to have one massive firework on top of it.
Yep. 2 seconds.
I don't have anything really to practice. That's so. Because this is. It's a firework, really, isn't it? We have a fire extinguisher.
It is for indoor use, but just in case. Safety first.
So,
should we take these hats off because this is a fire hazard?
We just want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in. We've had about 17 viewers, to be honest, which is really cool.
That was really good.
And this has been nearly an hour. Adam Moby says, "Oh dear God." Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking as well. We might not be able to eat this cake, but let's see what happens. If the Facebook Live goes dead, it's probably because
don't
something is on fire.
Put it on here.
Don't ruin the cake with the extinguisher. If this place sets alight, it's getting ruined. Celebrating it. No, we're meant to wait until.
Oh, sorry.
This cake's for everyone.
Sorry, I got another one.
Yeah, this cake's for everyone who's kind of helped us throughout the last year and is going to help us hopefully in the future. And obviously, you're not here to eat it, so we're going to eat it on your behalf if it doesn't set alight. So let's read these last comments because these might be our last final words. Hit the camera. Don't die, guys.
Did we get a slice? No. We're going to eat that.
Yeah,
we're going to have it with custard.
Sorry,
Adam.
At least it's on camera. We'll answer this last question. Would you like to have interns to work with you? Yes, we would like to have more people working with us.
Not if that means unpaid interns and we're getting paid for it, though.
Yes, we'd try and pay it when we can.
If we're making money, you'll be making money with us.
So everyone's asking for a slice. You're not getting one. We're still eating it.
Have you seen the size of this cake? It's tiny.
It's extra special cake. Cake or death. Let's see what happens. So... Whoa. Are we too close here?
No, it's fine.
Whoa! That's so. Thanks for everyone. Look at the camera.
Save our gracious queen.
How long do these last for?
Just go.
Just look at the camera. Thanks very much for watching, guys. This is getting like a little hard, but that's a year on YouTube, I suppose. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.